Hey gal, we're back. Woo!
Finally, thank God.
Excited to be here. You can see it's daylight. We don't
Yep.
typically do this in the morning, so if we're terrible, we blame it on lack of sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What time did you go to bed last night?
Like one. Oh, whoops. Hope
Actually,
mom doesn't
that's not
hear
bad.
that.
Mom's gonna roast you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went to bed around 1 too, so actually maybe we're okay. But we
Yeah.
haven't recorded one of these in a little while. The last one that we recorded was actually before the holidays, just so we had time to edit, get everything up and running, and spend time with family and stuff. So I'm excited that week to week we'll be able to actually talk about what's going on in the world, pop culture wise. I mean, we
Yeah.
probably won't get into much of the deeper stuff, but actually be able to talk about the trends. So exciting.
I'm ready. Yeah. It's going to be more consistent. Thank God. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, how have you been? How's school going?
It's good. We just got rid of midterms or over them like a week ago. So, that's over. Thank God.
Awesome.
But,
How did they
yeah.
go?
Mine went okay. I did pretty well on all of them, but my A push one was terrible. So, but other than that, it was fine.
I'm sorry, A push?
Yeah, AP US history.
AP US history. I
Yeah, A
forgot about
push.
all of these little acronyms that we make in school, and you'd always have
Yeah,
them. I'm trying to think of some AP Lit or what's
AP
another one?
Euro.
Euro.
AP,
What do you guys
yeah.
call your like break period in the day?
Well, we don't
Like
really get one. It's
you
called
just
like
have study hall,
lunch.
you just call it study hall.
Yeah,
We
or
had like
yeah,
weird
study hall.
names for them. I remember. I can't think about it now. But
There's like
A push
advisory too.
advisory, yeah.
That's like
Um,
normal.
I like A push. Did did you do well?
No, I did
No.
not.
I mean, why are
Terrible
you taking AP
experience.
US history sophomore year?
I don't know. Everybody else is taking it, and I thought I could do it.
Well, you're doing it now. You'll
I
get
hope it
through it
was.
one way or
Yeah,
another.
yeah.
So, another thing that's been going on recently, I went to a psychic
Ooh.
over this break. Yeah, yep. This is the second one. Well, the third one I've been to. But the second one with this group of friends, shout out Michelle and Liz. We were like, okay, we really want to, just tap into the new year and just see what might be coming. So the
Yeah.
last lady we went to was just terrible. She was. I think she had said some important things that we were like, oh, cool.
Yay.
But other than that, like her ego was super big. Like you walk in the room and she had like her awards everywhere and she just acted like she was
Oh,
the shiz.
not. Yeah, not it.
Yeah. And it just like had bad vibes. And my
Okay.
friends were
Okay.
also really kind of turned off, so they closed off and it just wasn't great. So we were like, okay, we're gonna try someone new. And I thought that we were going to a lady that my other friends had gone to and loved. And for some reason, there were like two of the same person, and we went to the wrong one. So she was great. She actually, I feel like she had a gift, but she was
Queen.
fast. Like it was like a
Oh.
weird experience because we like are about to go in, and there's this woman in front of us getting into the building, and she's like carrying kids, and she has her husband, and they're walking up, and I'm like, okay, fine, like that's
Okay.
obviously not her, like she's upstairs. So I'm talking about her while we're walking upstairs, and she's right in front of us. It is
Oh my
her
God. It
with the
is her?
kids, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
No.
And when I found that out, I was just like, ugh,
What?
this is bad. And I didn't talk anything bad about her. I was just like,
Okay.
oh wait, like, did
That's
you
good. That's good.
see her? Like, did you connect with her? Because I had been texting with her. It was just
Okay.
very strange. And then we
Yeah.
like went in and the apartment kind of smelled of cigarettes, and it's just weird because you go into their apartment, which is always like an
Yeah.
uncomfortable feeling.
No, yeah, yeah. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah, especially in New York City
Yeah, I was
with
going to say, especially in
psychic
the city.
signs that are like, come upstairs and I'll tell you about your life. Like, kind of creepy vibes there.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, we like walk in and sit down. It's just kind of awkward, but she's like, who wants to go first? And I went because I had been before and I could tell they were nervous. And it was like 5 minutes. It was very fast. She just like
Oh yeah,
went through
it
all the
was quick.
cards, gave information, and luckily Liz was writing it down, so I had it later.
Oh, that's so smart, actually.
Yeah, write it down and record it. Pro tip for anyone who wants to
Yeah,
get some
that's
sort
so
of a
smart.
reading. Definitely. Because they give you a lot of information that it's honestly not even about the actual sitting down with them, I don't think. I think it's about just getting that information and then being able to digest it later and see what resonates. Like she was just flying through and she gave me like one
Yeah.
question that I could ask or
Oh.
whatever. But she said some interesting things. I don't think all of them have come true. She was kind of spot on with some of my other friends, which
Okay.
was cool. But she said that I was going to have a big decision to make in the next 2 weeks. That did
Ooh.
not come to fruition, but I was definitely stressed about it for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I was gonna
And
say I would be.
depending on who's listening to this. And it was about 2 weeks till I got my period. So I was like, I really hope it's not, reproducing life. So I was nervous about that. And then what else? I was like, oh, is it going to be a health thing? Is it going to be a
I
career
thought it would be a
thing?
job. My first like thing was like, oh, it's gonna be a job. Like you're gonna have to like
That was
employment.
your first reaction?
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't. Like, I don't know. 2 weeks have come and gone. So I don't know. Maybe the timing just wasn't right. She also said I have a lot of jealousy around me, which was
Oh.
interesting. She's like at work and in your life. So just like be careful of that and put like a protective bubble around you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Like
Then she
people are
said,
jealous of you.
I get that's what I asked. I was like, am I jealous? Like, or are people
Yeah.
jealous of me? And she was like, well, I think people are jealous of you, but it can get muddled. So I don't know. She's like, just that emotion is really strong. I'm
Hmm.
like, interesting. Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
She
Okay.
said, I'm going to get a job offer in the next 6 weeks,
Yes.
which is so funny considering I'm not applying and not planning to apply right now. Like, I guess maybe I should,
Hey,
but
no, they're just gonna reach out to you. They're ready.
I mean, I hope it's someone who works for like the Grammys or the Met Gala reaching out and being like, hey, Gaurav Gupta can come and be like, so I want
Yes.
you to work with all the famous people and take pictures of my beautiful designs. And then I
And
feel like,
market
yes,
them.
I humbly accept. What else did she say? Oh, this is actually why I brought this up. I'm not going to go through all this because people probably don't want to hear it. But what I brought this up for is
Okay.
she said to pay attention to your dreams. She's like, your dreams are telling you a lot right now, so please pay attention
Yes.
to them.
Okay. I can add my 2
So
cents
I want
to
to
this,
dive into
so.
dreams a little bit before we get into what we're talking about today, because I have
Okay.
been writing down my dreams, but there's really only one that I want to particularly talk about. But what I found out is when you
Okay.
write down your dreams in the morning, your
It
mind
makes you
gets so much
dream
better at
more.
remembering them. Oh,
Yeah, it
and
makes you dream more. I've heard that. Somebody told me that. I can't remember who, but I've heard that. And she, like, I think it was a lady, and she was like, yeah, you just got to write it down. You got to train your brain to dream. Because
oh
it'll
my
help.
gosh.
Because it's like your subconscious, like, working through problems. And she's like, it's really good for you. Like, you need to dream. So,
Interesting. So
yeah.
do you do that?
I don't. And I haven't been dreaming. So, like, I had a good dream a few nights ago. So I just needed to do that. But I didn't write it down or anything. But I should. I should be.
Yeah. I have a notes app. So just start doing that. Like when
Yeah.
you can remember something in the morning, just start like writing it down and it has made a difference. Like if you look at how long the first one is, it's like a paragraph. This most recent dream is like 4 paragraphs. Like it's long.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
And
That's
it's
crazy.
not serious. But can I dive into it?
Yes, go. You
It
go
was
and
a
then I'll go.
great dream. Do you feel like when you dream, even if it's a good dream, you have a weird feeling about it? Like I always have
Yes.
weird feelings about my dreams. Like it could be my absolute perfect scenario. Like I'm actually in heaven and I probably wouldn't be happy. I would feel weird. Like I don't know. I just never have like a dream that I'm just like, oh, this is Like it always
Yeah.
has a weird emotion behind it.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
It just
but
like
this one was one where I maybe there was a little bit of that, but I was like, okay, I do not want to wake up. So I had a love triangle with Glenn Powell and Chase Crawford. Do you know who Chase
wait, I
Crawford
don't
is?
know who Trace Crawford is. Wait, let me look him up.
He is Gossip Girl, but Nate Archibald. But he's looking really good now. So, like, do you remember? Did you watch Gossip Girl?
Yeah, I watched like the first season.
Okay, then it was rough for Nate
Oh,
Archibald in the first season.
this guy.
Yeah.
Wait, he kind of looks like that girl from or that guy from what is that show that we were just Walter Boys.
The
He
Walter
looks
Boys?
like
Oh, you
yeah,
think he looks like
that guy.
what I can't even think of his name now. Cole.
Cole. Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know his name in real life right now, and I should.
Me neither. But he looks like that.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to like compare the two. Maybe we'll try if I can ever figure out on the YouTube how to get them to to actually put them on the screen.
Oh yeah.
I'll find a way. Yes, he in the first season of Gossip Girl has terrible hair, like he's not even that cute. But I liked Nate throughout Gossip Girl, and so I was talking about Nate. We were with a friend, with Natalia, and we were just discussing Gossip Girl because she loved it. And I think that's why I dreamt it. And then, of course, Glenn Powell is like a no-brainer. I'm going to dream about him.
Why
but
it was
so funny. I was Sydney Sweeney, which was an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
was like, and what was funny is I felt like myself, but I could tell I had bigger eyes and bigger lips. Like, it was weird. Like, it was just like, it was me, but and then I was Sydney. So they both fell in love with me. And they lived in the same apartment building. So I went over to Chase's first, I think. And I don't even remember why. I think we were like friends with him or something. And he had two girls over that were sisters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
And it was a little bit saucy. And then he was like, and then we came over and we didn't mean to, but we kind of like interrupted. And so it was me and like Ivy, I think. And so we started hanging out with everybody. And then they left. The girls obviously left. And because he was like paying more attention to us because he like had feelings for me, I could tell. And we all hung out and then, they left. We slept over, but I like knew I had a boyfriend. So I like wasn't going to do anything. So we didn't sleep together, but we like slept over. And then, oh my God.
Okay.
I wrote this down. He was so hot and had this energy that you were attracted to him as soon as you walked in the room.
And you know this from a dream.
Yep, from a dream. Went to Glenn Powell's the next day, who lived in the same building. Ivy, so his roommate was my best friend's ex-boyfriend.
So Ivy's best boyfriend.
Yeah, Ivy's ex was his roommate. That's why we went over there. And then Glenn Powell was in the apartment. And we were like, oh my gosh.
Just
this
there.
Is awesome. Yeah, this is awesome. And it's funny because in real life, Ivy's ex does not know that she's married. So we've and they had like a whole thing where they were like friends after they broke up. Mm-hmm. So in the movie or in the dream, he like found out she was married and that she had a kid. She doesn't actually have a kid.
Whoops.
And he was like all upset and struggling with it. And I had to like help him through it. But I had this like chemistry going on with Glenn because I'm Sydney Sweeney and, you know, they got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had to tell him because I left something at Chase's. And I was like, I have to go. I'll be right back in the building. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I slept over at Chase's. Like, we just came from there. And he was like, oh. And, like, was all jealous about it.
Yeah.
So it was a great dream. I won't go into all the details because then I'll be here forever. It's very long. But, so is that what the psychic meant? Pay attention to my dreams? Because they mean something?
Maybe.
Like, what did that mean? That I'm destined to have a love triangle with Chase Crawford and Glenn Powell? Because sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me
Hey,
up.
whatever works. Yeah.
So tell me about your dream.
Okay. So I had a dream and it was basically like, I don't even know. I can't really remember it much because I forgot it because I didn't write it down. But the gist of it was I needed to donate blood. Like that I just needed to. Like I like woke up in my dream and I was like, no, I have to do this. Like this is my civil duty. Like I have to donate blood. Like I need to. And there was like a thing. And I literally looked up like later, like that day, and I was like, oh, like I have to. Like I have to. And I can still pull it up on my phone. There's like a and I was looking for like donations, like where I could donate blood, like in real life, because I just needed to in the dream. I don't really know why I needed to. I can't remember, but I just
It's
remember like
great.
it was like I had to. It was like a life or death. Like I have to donate blood.
Oh my God, did you ever donate blood?
No, I haven't yet.
No,
I'm
I mean
16, so I
like in
need
the
mom.
dream, did you get to donate blood?
No, I woke up before that happened.
Wow,
But
what a
I
dream.
was like on the way. I was definitely going to.
Dreams are so weird. I want to
So
like when
weird.
we actually potentially get budget for this someday, I want to have like a dream psychologist on because I do believe it's like your subconscious like processing stuff.
Yeah,
But people are like very
100%.
specific about when you see certain things in dreams that it means something. I don't know if I believe that, but I
Yeah.
wonder. Like I'm very curious
Mhm.
about it because it's crazy
I
that
also
we dream.
yeah. And I've heard it's like sometimes people will say things and I'm like I've definitely had that dream too. Like I feel like there's like a
Mm.
Mandela effect maybe of like everybody's had this dream or like everybody's like seen this in a dream. And I heard something the other day which like scared me so bad, but it like wasn't terrible. That you can't like when you see people in your dreams that you don't know, like you can't your mind can't make a face. So you've seen that person
Yeah.
either in a past life or like in this life, like you've seen them because your brain can't make those faces and like make those bodies like so you have to have seen those person. And I would always think like
That's
then why? Like why them? Why are they in my dream? Like I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've heard that too. I've heard that too, and I wonder if there's something about it now that I think because you do have random people that pop into your dreams that
Yeah.
are not they're not anyone you've thought about forever.
No,
My
like I don't
like
know them.
medium lady that I listen to, her podcast, she would say that there's like some sort of a tie and that you actually when you dream you kind of get closer to source, whatever you like want to call that, God, whatever. You get kind of closer to that like ethereal like energy of yourself. I don't know, we won't get too spiritual, but you kind of leave your subconscious mind and you're actually kind of in this like other state in that you do see and kind of connect with other people when they're sleeping too because you're on a
Yeah.
similar vibe.
Yeah.
So I wonder, I've always wondered if it's a part of that, but maybe it is
Mhm.
just like us looking for faces in our minds to put to kind of bodies
Yeah,
when
I
we're
don't know.
dreaming.
And like I would think about that, but then like I had a dream like a long time ago. There was this exchange student who I was friends with last year and she left. And like the few days after she left, I had a dream about her, but I was like
Mm.
but by the time I was dreaming, she was like awake like cuz was in Italy. So I was
Mm,
like, like
yeah.
I wonder if like something happened where she was like, "Oh, Grayson." Or like she
Yeah,
like
maybe
saw like I
they're
don't know,
thinking of
like
you or something.
yeah, maybe something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely want to dive in sometime to like law of attraction, all of that like magnetic energy stuff because I think
Yeah.
that is really interesting. And I think when you think about people, you can sense like it kind of creates that it does create some sort of a tie because you hear all the time. I don't know about you guys, but probably not yet at your young age, but a lot of my friends have had, complicated relationships with, some guy or girl and they're finally cutting it off. Like they're finally moving on. They're finally like, okay, I'm starting this new thing with somebody else. And
Yeah.
they could have maybe not talked to that other individual for a while and they sense it. The other individual can sense that they're releasing that tie. Like they're moving on because then they'll reach out. It's always random, but they'll reach right out as soon as that new thing is happening because they can like feel
Hmm.
that like
Interesting. Yeah.
disconnect. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to
That's
get into
weird.
that someday.
Yeah, I don't yeah, that's so weird. It's never
future
happened to me,
topics.
but
Well, when your ties
yeah.
start to get a little bit greater, you
Yeah,
weave your web of life, Gracie. It's going to happen. Okay,
probably.
so speaking of Glenn Powell, we never did discuss the Anyone But You movie, so I just want to talk about it a little bit, and then I want to get into some
Yes.
of our favorite rom-coms.
Oh,
So
yes.
Gracie came. This is why we had that video on our Instagram of Gracie in New York. She came to New York for New Year's, and we went and saw the Anyone But You movie. And wow, wow,
A
I
masterpiece, to say the least.
I actually really liked it. There was
So good.
some comedy, or some of the humor was a little overt for me. Like, I tend to like more of like a subtle, like witty humor. This was
Yeah.
definitely like, whoa, kind of
Yeah.
like Meet the Fockers humor, but it was funny, and they
Yeah.
didn't overdo it. They could have had that be the only humor that was out throughout the movie, but it was really lighthearted. So, and you
Yeah.
felt so good when you left. But I'm gonna let you talk
Yes,
about it
yes,
because
yes,
I've
yes,
been
yes.
taking over.
No, you're good. I'm like, I don't know why I'm in like a not slump or anything today, but I like listening. Like I'm with that. I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. But
Good.
yeah, the Anyone But You was like I loved that so much. I'm shocked. Like I went into and I'd heard mixed things. Like all my friends were like, "Oh my god, I love it." But then I had seen it on TikTok and I was like, and everybody loved it on TikTok, but then there were like some people who were like, "Do not watch this." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Can't
But I
imagine
did and
having
I
that
love
strong a
that.
feeling.
I know. I loved it though. It was so 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 good. And I don't even know like that was just amazing. Like everything the lead up, like the casting, like everything. Like that other guy, the casting of the parents, like the way it was in
Hmm.
Australia, like everything was perfect. The
I loved
dresses, the
the parent.
fashion in it.
The dresses were so
Yeah,
pretty. The parents were awesome. They were
awesome.
so
So
funny.
funny.
I thought they did a really good job with the side storylines too. The
Yeah.
only guy who got kind of
Yes.
gypped was her ex, who just like never really had a
No, cuz he
storyline. But
got with like
who?
whatever her name is.
Oh, I
Like
guess he kind of did. Yeah, yeah.
but
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, no, the fashion was beautiful. We
Yeah.
went with my friend Ivy, who I just mentioned, and she was a little bit like, okay, I feel like they're trying too hard to like. All you could think about or see when Sydney had an outfit on was her boobs. Like they're like, okay, her boobs are out. I didn't notice
Yeah.
that as much, but I guess that is kind of true.
Well,
But she looked incredible, and the outfits were
yeah.
beautiful.
The outfits were so good on everybody
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, his outfits were great too. I think I like made a lot of mental notes for Toby. I was like, "Oh, I like the tan and the white. Like this is cool."
Yeah.
And the shoes, they did do a good job with that. And I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't have picked two hotter people with chemistry to bring
No.
together. That did not disappoint.
No,
I would
you
have
really
liked
couldn't have.
one other steamy scene. I liked the steamy scene, but I could have had a second. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I won't get
Well,
into too many details on this
no.
podcast, but I'm like, okay, there could have been one before or
Yeah.
maybe after, but like, yeah.
And I saw an interview of her after. Like after they had filmed it and it was like with her and Glenn and they were looking up like the things you do and like peel off like the Google. And she was like Sydney Sweeney valedictorian. Like she was her valedictorian. Like I did not I thought she was just pretty. I'm sorry, and that's really
Yeah.
like stereotypical and rude of me to say, but I that's all I thought.
That's actually
And
so interesting that you say that
yeah, she
because
was her valedictorian of her school.
I didn't know that. And
Yeah, it's
I do
crazy.
remember Glenn in an interview being like, she's the most amazing person. Like, she's actually so, so smart and so cool and so, like, down to earth and stuff. And I remember being like, whoa, I didn't get that energy from her at all.
No,
But
at all.
that adds a lot. There
Yeah.
was one scene where I was like, I don't know if I liked how she delivered it. But this is the thing about Sydney Sweeney is like, you know, she's an incredible actress because if you've
Yeah.
watched Euphoria, it speaks for itself. It's like incredible. Like she's incredible. So I know she's
Yeah.
an incredible actress, but she has this kind of like kind of annoyance, like blase
Yeah.
kind of hate life energy that works, but sometimes comes off as like flat in
Yeah.
certain characters. So I think there were times when
Hmm.
like I kind of wanted a little more like soft emotion from her, and it was
Yeah,
kind of just
I would
like coming
agree.
off flat. But
Same.
I mean, it was so much fun. And you left you truly left feeling on top of the world.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Oh,
the
that was great.
music, you were singing, like it was just a real lighthearted rom-com. And
I know.
I love rom-coms. And I want justice for them to get the respect that they deserve, because all of these other movies winning all of these awards, not that they
Yeah, they
aren't,
need their own category.
yeah,
Like,
they do need their own category. Because I'm not putting down Oppenheimer, I'm not putting down all of these other like really well done movies, but I'm sorry, why do those get so much more respect just because of the
and
way
yeah.
they're filmed and the difficulty of it maybe? When
Yeah.
people enjoy and the way that you feel after watching a rom-com is often just like better. Like you enjoy the
Yeah.
movie more.
And yeah,
And
nobody's coming out of Oppenheimer like a 3-hour movie, like, release your inhibition, like dancing. Like,
feel
nobody's
it
coming.
rain on your skin. Yeah.
No one else can feel. Like, what?
I know.
Nobody's coming out of that.
And like sometimes I think we just overthink it. Like at the end of the day, a movie is meant to entertain you. It's a form of entertainment. And if it did a good
Yeah,
job of doing that, then it should earn respect. And rom-coms just don't have that respect.
I
And
would
it's
agree.
unfortunate because they're so great. I mean, not everybody likes rom-coms, I guess. But I think pretty much everybody likes rom-coms.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't,
even
yeah.
men who are like, I don't like rom-coms. My masculinity is getting in the way. No, they
Yeah,
will come
get
sit
over
in the
it.
theater and if they're forced to, and they'll enjoy the whole thing. I was looking around and
Yes.
I saw a lot of men
Not, I did
laughing.
too.
I saw a lot of men smiling. I'm like, okay, it did its job.
Yes.
Anyway, we won't beat a horse because we're literally 27 minutes in and on two of the topics I have. So let's do a few of our favorite rom-coms. You go.
Okay. So, 10 Things I Hate About You. 100%.
Mm,
Love that one. The
incredible.
Notebook. The Notebook. I need to say no more.
Yep.
And what's another one I like? I don't really know if this counts as a rom-com, but I just watched like this. No, it definitely doesn't. But it was called like this movie, like Go Figure on Disney Plus. It
Hmm.
was like an old movie.
Is
And
it
she
the
was
one with
like,
the figure skating?
yeah, and she has to do hockey because your parents can't pay for it.
That
Because
is
this
a Disney classic.
that
Go
movie
figure.
is so good.
That is
And
amazing.
it's like kind of rom-com because it has like that guy, the hockey player.
Oh my god. Explain to me why you loved it because this deserves its own shout out.
I don't know. I like was watching it. It came up on my recommended, and I was like okay, like whatever. I just put it on as background show to do my homework, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like this is a masterpiece. Like this is great.
Go
I loved
figure.
it. Yeah,
That was when these like Disney Channel original movies shined. There were some
their
real
peak for sure.
slaps. Look at the Irish, Smart House. Um, there's so many, and I will come up with them because they need their
Yeah,
own moment. We're gonna let them shine at some point. That is so funny. Any others?
not for me, but what are yours? Let's hear.
Okay. I don't know. I may be forgetting some. Truly, it's one of those that I don't write them down, but I love. But these are the ones I could think of. Crazy Stupid Love is actually incredible, and
Okay,
I again don't think it always gets the respect it deserves. If you haven't seen it, Gracie, watch it. It
I
has
haven't.
Ryan
So
Gosling in it. It has
okay, he's a
why can I
rom-com
not picture
star.
think of the guy's name from The Office? That's embarrassing. I'm gonna come
Oh,
up with
that
that.
guy. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
Okay,
Yeah, I think Julianne Moore is in that. Like, it's really good.
okay.
Set It Up is also great. Another
I
Glenn
haven't seen that,
Powell.
but I've heard of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zoe Douch is amazing, and just their energy together speaks for itself. It's really fun. This is a little more like maybe rated R, but Forgetting Sarah Marshall is such a good rom-com. It's so much fun. I wish I could watch it for the first time again. It has, this is because I haven't had coffee yet. I can't think of my actors' names. Jason Segel, Mila Kunis, Kristen, what's her name? I'll come up with it. Yeah, it's so good. Kristen.
I thought you'd say she's the man too.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, She's the Man is so good. Yeah. Well, I haven't come up with all of them, but yeah, no, that one's so good. It is. Why isn't this? Oh, Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell. I'm a dumbass.
Oh, okay.
And
I know her, yeah.
Was there any? Oh, No Strings Attached is so cute. I love Ashton Kutcher. I'm obsessed with Ashton Kutcher. I love her too. Watch that when you're a little bit older, maybe. It's super fun. But the reason also I bring this up is because there are some terrible rom-coms out there.
Oh, yes.
Some trash rom-coms. And Toby and I have not been into a show, which typically we're into a show, but we've been playing Hogwarts all the time, which is so much fun. But then sometimes we want to watch a movie. And so we've been trying to select movies. And so we've tried a few new ones. And there were two that, in my opinion, were just freaking terrible. And
were they on Netflix? Netflix is on they're on their downfall.
Netflix is on their downfall.
It's done. Like, I can't.
Do you watch Netflix at all?
Not much anymore. But yeah, their originals are just going to crap.
I know. Well, I was looking because I wanted to have Toby watch Anyone But You last night. And I guess they might bring it to Netflix because they have some sign with like with the Sony production company.
Yes.
So TBD. I thought I was going to be able to watch it. If you look it up, it says you can watch it on HBO Max. Like a dumbass. I thought that was true. It is not true. So just don't buy HBO Max for a movie that isn't actually on there, please. And that's my PSA to everybody. The two that we watched, before I get into the bad ones, The Other Zoe is cute. Did you ever watch that?
Yes, I was going to say that. I like that one. It was okay, yeah.
It wasn't great, but I'm just thinking of ones that like came out recently. That was okay.
That one was good, yeah. That was fine.
And I liked the actors. The two that were terrible in my opinion, which come at me. I'm prepared for it. And now I want you to watch them. Beautiful Disaster, which is the one with Dylan Sprouse and some other girl. And they're like supposed to be a mess, but they like fall in love, and he's like this hunky, like, bad boy who fights like boxes, and she's like some goody two shoes girl who like does well sort of, but she also has like a dark side, and they like fall in love. It's just very cringe, and it's weird. Like it gets aggressive in certain ways. It's strange. That's on Hulu, and the other one that was on Hulu that it kept suggesting to me, and I think it's because it's actually a holiday movie, and I don't know. They do so well that they try to like get them to be watched in January, even though they shouldn't be. I guess whatever, you can do what you want. Is The Hating Game with Lucy Hale. And I like her. She's cute, and she had some cute outfits in it, but it was so bad. It like reeked of Hallmark movie when you don't want a Hallmark movie. But then it was just like it missed on so many parts. So I'm
down for a good Hallmark movie too, but like
I love Hallmark when it's movies. Like, but you just put them on, like it's in the season that feels good. You want it when it's the season for it. Not a Friday night with a glass of wine, and unless it's around Christmas. Okay, so I'm gonna give you two movie quotes, and you have to guess what movies you think they're from.
Okay,
are you ready?
Let's give them to me. Yep.
Let me pull it up. Okay, I hope you know these. All right, they're easy. They're easy, Gracie.
Okay.
So do this at home as well, if you're listening or watching. All right. I gotta get my voice on. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. And we're going to have to work at this every day.
Oh.
But I want to do that because I want you. I want
you.
all of you forever.
All of you.
You
Ever.
and me. Every day.
Oh, that's from The Notebook.
Ding. Good job, Gracie.
I love that.
This is a short one, and I don't know if you're going to get it. Why me? Because you saw me when I was invisible.
She's the man?
No, but that's, yeah, good guess. Princess Diaries.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah,
those are great too.
Yep. I do have a third one, but I know you're not going to know this, but this might be for the listeners.
Okay.
I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. How beautiful. That is
27
when
Dresses or something.
Oh, okay, no. But I haven't watched that, and I've been wanting to.
That's so good. Watch
okay,
that.
I'm going to watch that. When Harry Met Sally. No, yeah.
Nope.
See, before your time, Gracie, before your time.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're going to move forward. We are going to move forward into my fave girl, Millie Bobby Brown.
Brown! Yay! Love her.
I love her. And I feel like she's in between she's like true Gen Z.
Yeah,
you know,
she's perfect.
I'm on the top end, you're on the low end. She's true Gen Z.
In the middle.
So I feel like she's our middle ground. And I would agree. Love her. And I think I don't know, she's what I want to be. But anyway, she's launching a fashion line. That's the news this week. Very, very exciting. I am wearing Millie Bobby Brown right now. If you can see in the YouTube, this is her oversized lavender sweatsuit. It has
sleeves.
The lavender pants I was wearing last week too that match. I definitely didn't know it was going to be this oversized, but I'm in love with it. She produces clothes right now through like a tertiary company, About You, but she's going to have her own line, which is awesome. And I have so many of her clothes. I feel like we're built similar. So it's like when you find someone that has your body type, you go crazy.
It's easy,
then you can buy everything from them. Yeah. And she's adorable. I can't believe she's younger than me. She's engaged. She's living the best life, you know.
That's jealous. Crazy, actually.
Maybe that's the jealousy.
Maybe.
Did you watch Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her makeup line too. I love her. The only like negative thing I have to say about her, and I don't know if this is true, but she didn't have an iPhone for a while. Like she just had Samsung and Google Pixel.
That is kind of like a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah, I just wanted her to have an iPhone. But honestly, I don't care. Like I love her. She's just so queen.
Her makeup is really fun. I love her colors.
Always, yeah.
It's really good. So on that point, I can name one other girl. Don't block your sneezes.
What, bro? It's fine.
It's bad for you. Sydney Sweeney does not have an iPhone.
What, girl? I knew there was something off about her. No way, she's valedictorian, blonde, pretty.
She can't have it all. So she's a Samsung girl. So that puts her back down to the rest of us. Is that what you're saying?
It's crazy. I just didn't strike her as a Samsung girl. If you were making multi-millions a year, please get yourself an iPhone.
I think it's because she's sponsored by them.
Oh,
so they pay
okay,
her
that's different then. Yeah, that's different. Okay.
She's like their one tie. They're like, never will you ever get an iPhone. Can't blame it. Okay, we got to get into our generational conversation, and we can leave some of this for the rest if we have time. Okay. So it's going to be a quick generational conversation today because I feel like we just have a lot of other things that are more fun to cover.
Yeah.
But playoff football is coming up, including the Super Bowl, which is known for a lot more than football, including the halftime show, which Usher...
Okay.
Just really don't understand why it's not Taylor Swift. That would make so much sense. She already has a tour.
Well, she declined it. She declined it like 3 times.
I just
good for her.
Why? Yeah, good for her. I guess they don't pay people. So, like, I get it.
Well, I think she just has too much going on.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe she's like, I know my boyfriend's definitely going to get there, and I want
Yeah.
to be able to watch, and not
Yeah,
work.
conflict of interest.
Anyway, they're also known for commercials, especially in my industry. We're always talking about the Super Bowl commercials, playoff commercials. Like, these are high value spots. What are brands going to do
Yeah.
with them? So I wanted to know, from your perspective, first of all, do you even see commercials anymore at all?
No, I never see commercials. I see like ads on Instagram and TikTok, and that's about it. But I don't
That's
ever
about it.
see commercials.
Yeah, because do you have the Hulu version with ads? Probably not.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't even, yeah.
YouTube, maybe, if you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Like, yeah, YouTube sometimes.
Will you be
Yeah, but it's always
watching
like before.
the Super
No,
Bowl?
I'm waiting the 3 seconds. Oh, I thought you were, will you be
Oh.
watching
Oh,
the ad?
no, you're not. Yeah, I don't think you're sitting there on YouTube watching the entire commercial before you move on.
No.
But
I'd watch the Super Bowl. Yeah. I'll
okay.
probably watch it.
Do you remember watching any past Super Bowls?
Yeah, I remember watching a few.
Okay. What are some commercials you can remember that stood out?
Well,
It doesn't have to be
not
Super Bowl
the.
specific,
I
but
always remember the Geico ones with that little gecko.
mm-hmm.
Always remember those because I always remember him, and he's always like in like different areas of the world. Like one time he'd be in the Sahara, then he'd be like in the ocean scuba diving. Like
Mm-hmm.
him, like that little gecko, and then
Yeah.
Apple and Nike are like those branded like Nike, Under Armour,
Yeah.
Adidas. Mostly Nike though, I can remember. They
I
had
feel
cool
like Apple
ads.
has such its own theme, so it's like defined
Yeah,
its own category of commercial. It's
yeah,
so
for sure.
visually beautiful, but they only really feature the products. They don't dilute any of that with any sort of
No,
person or character. It like lets the product speak, and then there's all these beautiful
yeah,
elements of it moving around, and it's clean, it's crisp, there's a good song, and it's done. Like, it's
yeah,
simple, but there's something about it that like you
yeah.
can't replicate with other brands. But I have seen
No.
car commercials trying to do that, where they're like trying to
Oh
have
yeah,
all the
car
simple
commercials too.
lines, trying to do like these, like Volvo's doing that. They're doing like these pans, but it's all clean and it's more visual. Um, it's
I was thinking
interesting.
like Nissan, how they just or like Toyota maybe, and they always just have the car like running in a straight line, like it's just going down a road, and
Yeah.
it's like the bird's eye view of that.
I want to know how
It's
they
like
film these.
boring
Like, I
with a
really want to know.
drone.
Some of them are in like crazy terrains, and I'm like, is there someone driving that? What's going on here? There's a Volvo
Yeah,
one that's been
actually,
going around recently. I think it's Volvo. I might not be. And they're in Iceland or something,
Mhm.
and they're like driving over this like river kind of thing. And I'm like,
Oh,
what?
I think I've seen that too.
How are you doing? Like, is
Yeah,
that real? Is that AI? Like, what's happening here?
they must like. I hope they don't have an actual person driving that.
I don't think they do, but they must have someone
They
driving
have to.
it.
Yeah, there's like nobody else who could. Maybe they just put like a block on the
Yeah, I don't
accelerator.
know. The other ones that you were talking about when we tried to start filming this yesterday were Calvin Klein. Of course,
Yes.
everyone remembers the Calvin Klein ads because it is hot, hot fire, splash
Yeah.
emoji, fire emoji, you know,
Well,
go.
yeah, and it's been like a huge thing in my generation right now, like the Jacob Elordi edits on TikTok and the Jeremy Allen White Calvin Klein ad. Like that's been like a huge thing in my generation. Like I see it all over TikTok, but like nobody's going out of TikTok or out of Instagram to see that ad. Like
Yeah.
I would never see that ad if it not on
Yeah.
TikTok.
So
But
explain to me, what do you think on Jeremy Allen White and Jacob Elordi? Like, what are your thoughts of them? Like, are they popular with your generation? Like, it feels way more my generation based on age
yeah,
and Euphoria, but
yeah.
and he was
Well,
in
I think
Shameless and stuff. So
yeah, I think Jeremy Allen White is your generation, but I see also a lot of like older college people like are reacting to it. But I think Jacob Elordi is like our generation more or so, but like both. But I think a lot of people like it's because of the kissing booth. Like everybody remembers the kissing booth in my generation. Like, and that was like his claim to fame. Like that, everybody started knowing him from that.
Yep. Oh my God, I got so mad at him recently.
Yeah,
Because
yes, I was gonna say that when he came out and was like, I didn't even like doing that. Stop.
Yeah.
Go away. Turn around. Leave your ego at the door, please.
I love that, Gracie. I love that. Leave your ego at the door.
No. You can be like, he's like crazy tall, but your ego doesn't need to be that tall. Like, you can leave.
That really turned me off. I never really had
Same.
strong
I
opinions
hated
about
him for that.
Yeah. He basically, if you don't know, he was in the Kissing Booth movie series on Netflix.
Which got him famous.
Yes, which was what made him famous. And yes, it's one of those cheesy, like, you know, kid kind of teeny bopper movies. And it's fun, but it is definitely like, it's not taken as seriously as the work he's doing now.
No.
But whatever.
No.
So anyway, he did these.
Yeah, you're fine.
He recently came out and was like, oh my God, those movies are the worst. Kind of like, I wish I'd never done them, sort of quote. And everyone was like, what? Like, why are you not at least appreciative of what got you here? And some of the other actors, like the major actress in that, came out and was like, wow, I'm sorry to hear that he feels that way. Like, I enjoyed making those movies and it was a lot of fun. So it just turned everyone off. I don't know, maybe me at least.
And I was just thinking about it, like, sure, he's like a good actor, but you have like Dylan O'Brien, who's like got asked by Taylor Swift to like be in that little All Too Well. And he was like posting it everywhere. He was like, I'm so grateful for this opportunity. This is insane. Like, I can't believe I was chosen. Like, he's just ecstatic to even be in like a short film. When he filmed Teen Wolf, he was like one of the main characters in Teen Wolf. That was like, everybody knows that show. Like, praising over this little role that he gets. And I'm like, just be more appreciative. Like, it made me so mad.
Exactly. It's just not a good look. You know, it's obviously a journey. You're going to do projects that you're more proud of and projects you're less proud of. But like, it got you to where you are right now, which is the top of the top. The cream of the crop. You've become an A-lister. Yeah. He just hosted SNL. I haven't watched all the clips from it, but I think he did a pretty good job.
I haven't watched any.
Yeah, I have to dig into it. So, okay, so your generation likes Jacob Elordi, right? Like, what do you find him hot? Like, what's like? Talk
everybody.
About that
well, because everybody finds him hot because of these edits that are going around on TikTok that are like people just edit Jacob Elordi, and he's like, I think it's from Saltburn. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but don't watch that. Like, Gracie. I don't. No, I haven't. I cannot. Everybody's been raving about that too, but I don't really know. I think it's him. Like, just like everybody likes his height too. That's like his main feature.
It is nice to have a tall boy. And then Jeremy Allen White, it's interesting, and we don't need to spend too much time here, but he's not like the stereotypical most beautiful guy, right? Like, there's something about our society that likes that, though. Like, we kind of are getting into these like
ugly.
Oh my God, yes. Explain that.
Okay, so ugly, I don't really know. Ugly hot and hot ugly, like hot ugly is like their face looks it's one or the other, I can't remember. I might be switching them up. But one of them is like their face looks really good together, but when you put like the features, you take the features out, they don't look good. And then the other one is like you put like they have good features but they have like together. Like their face is just not like good together.
So explain like is it there's hot. This is how I know it. Yeah. There's 4 categories. Right. And there's so there's hot and there's ugly. And then you have hot ugly and you have ugly hot.
Ugly hot. Yeah.
And I
don't know.
Debating this with my like coworker BFF recently. And we were discussing, okay, what is this and who is on the like who are our best representations of each thing? And I can't remember all the examples now. But like, and I don't know if we're thinking of it backwards, but we're thinking of it like, okay, the first thing. So you're hot you're hot. Like everything about you is hot,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
something off. Like there's something about you that I still don't really find attractive, but I
Like, yeah.
should. Like traditionally I should. And then
Yeah.
ugly hot
Like,
is like there's actually not really anything about you that traditionally is hot, but you have this it factor that makes you hot. So like I think Jeremy Allen White would be ugly hot. Because I
yeah.
don't know if he's like he doesn't lead with the hot, but when you like watch him and you have this he has this energy about him. Like Ryan Gosling is obviously hot. But if we were going to talk about like
Okay.
stereotypical like looks and stuff, maybe he would be ugly hot because he has this like riz, he has this like charm. Glenn Powell, it could is obviously hot too, but
Yeah.
it could be argued that he's ugly hot
Yeah.
versus like a guy like a model. You know, you just like see this guy and obviously he's hot, but like there's something not there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's not
Like,
the best way to
yeah.
describe it.
No, I know what you mean, but like, yeah. And I was just, Grace actually just helped me, like, with the definitions. But hot, ugly is, let me read. Hot, ugly is hot features, but they're overall. Like, they're not like ugly overall, but like their features don't work together overall.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, I
then
feel like that's just what I was
ugly
saying.
hot is like the features. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
So go ahead. Ugly hot is what?
Ugly hot is the features are not like great. Like they're not ugly, but they're not. Well, they're ugly. The features are ugly, and like, but the overall, like your overall face, like looks good together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
There's
know. It's
something that
kind of
like
hard to
makes you
explain,
hot.
but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Did we lose all our viewers? I hope not. Because
I
I
don't
feel
know. We
like
kind of lagged there.
it is interesting. Oh no. It just um it's so it is it's funky. We're gonna list some examples and we're gonna get some feedback on what we're gonna
Yeah,
define this together.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need to.
Okay. So commercials. I think those are good. The only other ones that I could think of for like Super Bowls and stuff, Budweiser is like well known. Do you remember all of
Yep,
the
yep.
like horses, puppy things? They've kind of moved away from that slightly, but they were known for it.
Yeah,
So I guess we'll have to see. Oh yeah, last year there was like the QR code. That was like the big thing.
yeah. That was big, but
Yep. So we're gonna have to see. Any
I'm
predictions
not
this
scanning
year
it.
of anything? Is anyone gonna do anything crazy?
No, probably not. Maybe like I'm sure like the fans will go crazy, but
Mm-hmm. I think it's
I don't
gonna
know.
be a lot of like what it's turned into recently, where it's just like like famous celebrity collabs. Like I
Yeah.
think celebrities are just gonna be all over the
Yeah,
commercials.
probably. Almost Friday we'll have a field day, but that'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, let's move into terms and hot takes.
Okay.
And then we'll do the rest of the generational stuff next week because we are just having too much fun.
For real.
Okay, so terms.
Okay, these are my
School
terms
me,
for you.
girl. And then I have a couple
So,
I want to ask about.
okay. So first I have clapback. Do you know this one? What do you think it is?
I actually feel like I know this one. If someone
Let's hear it.
if someone comes at you a little bit or makes a comment that you don't really agree with or you think might be rude, you clap back at them. You give it right back.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. This happened the other day, like in my work group chat. Somebody was asking for coverage for a shift, and they were like, not, and somebody else couldn't cover it, and everybody was like, stop asking this group chat for coverage, and the girl was like, this is our work group chat. This is where we're gonna do that, and I was like, clapping back. There you go.
Yeah. Yep. She's like, what do you mean? This is what it's for. And we're going to keep doing it here. That's a clap back. Yeah. I like that.
That's a clap back.
Okay.
So
what else you got?
The next one, these two like coincide, but I have real next. Just like, oh, real. Like that's real. She's real for that. Like it
like
just means
the
like
word real.
Relatable. Yeah, like that's relatable, or that's like, yes, like she does that, like I do that. And she's
this
like
is
real for saying that.
Wild again. This is a word. Is it the way
I know,
you say
yeah,
it
but
is different?
Maybe, but it can be used like so many different ways. If you do like your makeup a different way, and you do like your eyebrows first, somebody who also does their eyebrows first could be like, oh my god, she's real for that. Like she does her eyebrows first. Like so do I.
Oh, she's like a homie. She's real.
Yes, she gets it. She
She
gets it. She
gets it.
knows.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that is a little bit different. Okay, I
Yeah.
like that.
And then bet. Well, that's just kind of normal. That's just like, oh, bet I'll be there. Bet.
Is that still in?
I've heard people say that around. I
I
think.
remember it being really in, but then I was like, I thought it died, but maybe it did not.
Like
Maybe
yeah,
we're
like if somebody was like asking for the game, that happens. Like we have high school games, and people are like, "Oh, are you going to the game tonight?" And then they're like, "Yeah," and they'll be like, "Bet."
yeah, okay. Yeah, I like
So
that.
just like yeah, like a filler word.
Yeah, that's good.
This one is good. I don't know if you'll get this one. Cook. Like, oh my god, they're cooking. Somebody cooked here. Let them cook.
Okay, they're
Like it just
cooking.
means
Somebody
like
cooked here. Let them cook.
yeah. Like
Let
it just
them
means they're
go.
doing like
Like
no.
thrive.
Yeah, they're doing really good. Like let him be like he's cooking. He's doing good. Like if you're in class and somebody's like reading and they're doing like a really good job like reading for example like the Scarlet Letter or like a hard book and they are doing a really good job, somebody could be like, "Oh my god, let him cook. Like he's doing great. He's reading. Let him be."
I guess I have heard this somewhat, but not in
That's kind
this
of a bad
way.
example, but
No, that's a
yeah.
great example.
Well,
I feel like I've heard she's cooking, like she's cooking with
yeah.
gas, like she's rolling, but I haven't heard it used that way, where it's like the cook
It can be
version
used a
or the
different way.
cooked version.
Yeah. No cook.
Cook. Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
I
actually.
have yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
I
Now
like
when
that
I
one a
hear
lot.
it, I can. Any
Yeah.
others?
These I have two more.
Okay.
So I have standing on business, which I honestly don't know what this means, but it was like that one girl on TikTok who said it, and then everybody's like, it's like a mentality, kinda like a
Can you repeat it?
oh,
I didn't hear.
standing on business.
Standing on business.
Yeah, like 2024. Oh, I'm gonna be standing on business. Like I'm not gonna take anybody's crap. Like I'm gonna be doing great.
Oh, 2024, I'm going to be standing on business. I'm not going to take
Yeah,
anyone's crap.
no, I'm just gonna like I'm doing me.
I'm standing up
I'm
for
like
myself.
yes, very.
That's an
I'm
interesting
standing
one.
on my own business. Like I'm not worried about anybody else's.
Oh, see, the my helps my like millennial kind of mind. Be like, oh, standing on
Mm-hmm.
my business. Okay, okay. You guys get rid
Yeah.
of all of these like little
No, we don't need the filler words. There's no need.
possessive, whatever you call
Yeah.
them, adjectives,
And then
nouns.
the last one I have for you is a good one. This is my favorite. It's an op, like OP. Like
What?
somebody can be an op. Like you have ops. Like they're just basically somebody who's gonna like I don't even know who'd like not tell on you or something. But for example, like Liam would say this. Like if somebody like told on him for breaking a pencil in class, he'd be like, "Oh, he's an op. He's an op. Like he's
Oh, he's like a
like
tattletale. He's like a
yeah."
snake, kind of.
I'll say it like I don't think this is correct, but like I'll say it in forms that you'd like. Like he's an opposer of like your
Oh, he's in like
yeah.
he
You get okay.
opposes.
You get it when I like shorten it and I like figure put it through a word for you. You get it. So I'll just keep doing that.
Oh, ops is short for opposer.
No, it's not, but it
Oh.
technically could be.
Okay, interesting. That is helpful to me in my mind. So, okay, so do you have ops like people against you? Like, how
Yeah,
would
like
you?
if you like in school, like if you were like in school and you could be like teachers can be ops. Like if you're in school and you're walking down a hallway and you see a teacher you don't like, you'd be like, "Oh my god, my ops are out." Like the ops are
My
here.
ops are out.
Yeah.
My enemies are out. They're out to get me.
Yes.
I actually kind of love this one. I think I'm gonna use it.
Yes, I love this one too. And I don't know if it's like a thing for cop because people say cops too, like the cops
Mm-hmm.
are out, but like that's like the police. So I
I feel like
don't know.
there's
I don't think it's that
some
though.
sort of military reference with ops.
Probably. I don't know, but like ops are out. Like
Okay, I have a few before we move into our hot takes.
okay.
Dank. I think I know this one, obviously, but I feel like some people might not.
I I
That not
actually
in?
haven't heard of that. Yeah, I don't know what that
Oh, that's
means.
dank. Like that stinks. Like that's crap.
That's
Like you're
okay.
dank.
You stank? Dank and
Kind of,
stank?
but it's dank with a D. Dank.
No, bro, that's okay.
I
Continue.
looked this up, so I don't even know. But I feel like I've heard it. Okay, this one I have no idea. It's crepes.
Crepes.
Creps.
I've actually heard this. Oh, like I don't know how it's used though because I've heard some people use it like, oh, that girl or that like lady is crepes, like she's decrepit, like she's old.
Oh,
Yeah,
decrepit? Like
I
old?
don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's right though. Or like, oh, crepes, like that's like I don't
I'm
really know. I actually don't know. I've only heard it as like, oh, she's crepes, like she's decrepit,
have Grace
like
look it
she's
up while
old.
we bring up the next one.
Okay.
Wait, this says
We look up crepes, CREP.
I don't think that's one thing. It says on my, like when I look it up, it says training shoes.
She gets training shoes when she looks it up, so we don't know.
Running shoes for sports training. You're correct.
How do you spell it, Maddie?
CREPS. Kind of like crepes.
CREPS. Kind of like crepes.
Without the E.
Opponents. Ops means opponents, she says too.
Opponents. That's good. Yes. Okay.
Like, that's like basically the same though. Like,
yeah,
opposers, like opponents, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah. But that's helpful.
Yeah.
Let us know if you figure out what crepes is. And then the last thing I want to bring up, which came up when we were like getting ready to record. You said,
yeah,
I'm getting flamed. We came in hard on you
I'm
for
getting
the flame
flamed.
splash emoji. It's a bit of a debate.
Yeah, I've been getting flamed.
Right now.
No. And it means like basically like if I'm getting flamed, somebody's like bashing my opinion or like bashing like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, flame can be rightful. Flame can be okay. Crepes can be London slang for sneakers.
London slang.
She's laughing about it. Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Crepes. Oh, your crepes are fire today, bro.
It's British humor.
I guess so. I don't know.
Oh, she can laugh too if she wants.
Okay.
That is so funny. Okay, maybe we turned a little bit into English humor by mistake. But back to flamed. So like, oh, I'm getting flamed. You're flaming me. And I was like, whoa, I've never heard it used like that. And I think about it with roasted. That's like what we would have said.
Yeah, that they coincide, I would say.
Is roasted out and flamed is in?
Yeah, kind of. I think so. I think that's flamed is a safer option for you.
Interesting. Okay, good. I feel like I understand a little bit more now. Hot takes. Let's just do a few. Then we can do our song of the week. This is going to be a little longer, but you love listening
Sorry,
to us.
guys.
Oh, so your nails. If you're not watching on the YouTube, her nails that she got done, 2 of them have ripped off. They look pretty, though. They have
I've had them for so long, so this is 100% my fault. But I'm going to go acrylic over dip. That's my hot take.
Acrylic over dip.
I have only tried dip like twice, so I can't really say that. And I'm going to try it again when Grace is ordering a kit and she was going to do it for me. So I'll try it again. But I like acrylic better because it stays on my nails longer. It's harder, like it's tougher. And it doesn't, when I got dip one time, it started like cracking. The dip polish itself started cracking. And it just wasn't good. Like I hated it, to be honest.
Yeah, that sucks. I guess I used to do dip, but now I kind of do acrylics. Now I do
It's better for your nails, so. Hey, there you go.
Yep. Because I don't know. It's too much effort to go all the time. It's expensive. And I like that, like, I can change the designs if I want. Yeah. But those look pretty. Okay, acrylic over dip. That's a good one.
I have one more, too.
Yep.
Yeah. This one is crazy, but I'm sick of the hair care, like, so expensive, like, clean products. I'm gonna start using Mom's, like, Aussie, like, $2 Tresemme hair stuff. I'm done. I'm sick of it.
Explain to me why.
It's so expensive. I cannot go to Target anymore, and I cannot be, like, buying, like, $20 shampoo and conditioner. Like, I just can't do it. And also, like, I feel like if you could just have, like, a good leave-in conditioner, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, like, I have Grace bought this, like, Sol de Janeiro stuff for me, and it's, like, the leave-in conditioner works perfect. So if I just, and everybody says it's terrible for your hair, but who's proving that? Who knows if it's terrible for your hair?
It's also
like, I
kind
don't
of
need
just
to see...
like hair at the end of the day, and it's gonna grow and you're gonna cut it.
Exactly. And mine's like, I don't know my curl pattern right now, and it's kind of wavy, so I'm figuring that out too. But like, I don't need, like, it's 100% influencers did that.
Yep, that's true.
And
I
I'm
get my
done.
hair done and pay way too much for it, and then my hairdresser lady was like, "You cannot use cheap stuff; it's gonna ruin." It's like you just put so much energy and time and good, chemicals into your hair. You need to like preserve it, so you have to use the good stuff. And I'm like, fine. So I do, and it's literally like $40 a bottle.
Yeah, it's insane.
And I'm just like,
it's no.
I like that hot take. It is just hair. Like, it is just hair.
Yeah.
Like, I've stopped using dry shampoo a lot because my lady was like, your scalp is unhappy. And I was like, okay. So I stopped. Like, I'll just rinse my hair instead of doing dry shampoo, which is a little bit annoying, but I try to, when I can, not use it. Okay, I'm going to save some for next week because we're going long, but I'm going to do a few.
Oh, we are.
My first one is bro needs to die. This is what you're going to be unhappy about. Bro. The term bro needs to die. Gracie is always like, yeah, bro. Like, she's always using bro.
Yes, that is like a, I live on that term.
Yeah, you live on that term. It's not just you. It needs to die. I hate it so much. That's my hot take. And I have it in all caps. Bro needs to die.
Yeah, no. Nah, bro.
See? I'm going to fight hard. I'm fighting this fight. I hope that
I can't.
Gets caught in the next
It's a fight you won't win,
change.
Queen. I love you, but you will not win that fight.
It's going to get old. And it's going to get uncool pretty soon. And you're going to move on. So I'm hoping it happens
What
fast.
else am I going to say?
Anything else? Nothing. You don't need it. Okay, the other one is kind of a similar language thing. LOL is the best airbag ever, in my opinion. I'm like, LOL as an airbag. It is an airbag. So if you're saying something... Like, okay, do you not just put LOL at the end of something to like cushion the blow?
Okay, yeah.
You just cushion the blow. It's the airbag. It's like, it's not even like you could be saying
I don't want to go to the movies with you, LOL.
Yeah. Or like...
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of want to die today, LOL.
LOL.
And it's like...
That is good. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, it's like you give all of these tough or like, I don't even know, hot takes, and then you just put LOL at the end. And it just like, it makes it okay. So...
Yeah.
That, and then...
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about, wait, before I get into... January should be a hibernation period, in my opinion. Like, I just need January to hibernate. I don't want to see anyone. I just want to, like, get my life together, refresh, to get back and ready for the next year. And I feel like people try to plan too much in January. It's like, chill the fuck out. Or, boop. Chill the beep out. Hang, chill, like, go home, like, collect yourself, hang with a couple friends, but don't be planning big things. Like, it's just not needed.
No, I agree.
Although I will say...
Save that for the spring.
There are a lot of birthdays in January, so that's kind of sad. But I feel like I've just seen so many birthdays this month across my social.
Yeah, this is a terrible time to have a birthday. Shout out to y'all. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last thing, which was brought up by Grace, what happened to Addison Rae? This is not a hot take, but what happened to Addison Rae, actually?
I don't know. She's gone. Somebody, like, She had her movie. She had her Hype House appearance in like 2019. She's gone.
Is she
Nobody's seen her
okay?
since.
Does someone need to check on her?
No, I think she's fine. I heard Young Gravy was with her mom, so I don't really know. Maybe that took a toll on her.
Who's Young Gravy?
Bro, young. Oh my god, Maddie, just look him up. Just look him up.
Young Gravy. He's with her mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh, maybe that did
That's
take
just
a
what
toll.
I've heard.
She's in her hibernation period. This
For real?
is. Look up Young Gravy if you're on the audio. Don't do it while driving. But this is Young Gravy if you're on the YouTube.
He's a singer.
Oh my god, I can't even. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's close this out. Song of the week.
Okay.
Oh, I have to look at mine. You go first.
I know mine.
What is it?
It's I Need a Dollar by Aloe Blacc, I think. So good. Just I'll play it for you. Love this song so much. You know this song too.
I don't really. Skip it. But I'll look it up later. That's good.
You know this song. Everybody knows this song. That was like a rec daycare song. You do know that song.
Okay, next week we are going to talk a little bit about my life with the Walter boys, so I'm not diving into it now. But since it's been a few weeks...
That's a hot topic.
I know it is. The soundtrack was good. It was a lot slower. Like I've said, I've been kind of in my hibernation period. And the music was really good. So it brought back some older songs that were really awesome. And when I say older, I mean like 5 years. One of them is Dissolving by Emily Road. So good. Constellations by Jade Lamack. And then a Jessie Ware, Champagne Kisses, is always good. So I've been kind of in that sort of vibe this week.
Yeah, I see it.
And last thing, exciting thing to come. I was going to talk a little bit, which I'm glad that we didn't because we did not have time. I think we might have to do a bonus episode each week.
We really might. We have a lot to say.
Yeah, we have a lot to say, and I want to do a little Bachelor recap with you. And you did not watch Bachelor this week. No. But that's okay. So our next Bachelor recap little episode is going to be on the first and the second episode because the second one's coming out next week. I don't watch it live. I watch it on Tuesday nights. So we can maybe record it and then put it out. We'll just do like a 30-minute episode or something and put them out each week after we watch because it's going to be a good season. And I have not been watching Bachelor recently at all. Like I've kind of just fallen off the last few years, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get back into it. And I'm excited. And I want to talk about it. So if anyone is thinking about watching Bachelor, do it. And then we can all discuss it. So your homework, Gracie, is to watch the first episode and then watch the second episode next week. Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
Well, this was lovely. I know we had some challenges trying to get this video up.
I know. Shout out to the Cunninghams for letting me use their house. Thank you, guys. Love you.
Shout out to the Cunninghams.
Shout out.
Grace, as her friend, has only heard one side of the conversation because Gracie's had a live audience. So she'll have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like I talked the entire time today, so I'm sorry.
No, you did good.
Well, let's sign off and we'll chat soon.
All right.
Salute.
Yep.
Adios.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.